When I go on my hikes in the Lake District, what I'm looking for is a day where I can just unwind, allow my thoughts to run and enjoy the feeling of well-being. The photographs are often a bonus. What really makes days like these stand out is the occasions where I am stopped in my thoughts and become a witness to a fleeting moment in time where the elements come together, bringing with it that feeling of euphoria or the ultimate calm. This day brought one of those moments.
Look at that lovely bit of light hitting the top of Martindale and then onto High Street. Absolutely beautiful. I'm in around Haweswater, Mardale, and I'm going to do quite a long hike today. That is one of the destinations. Hopefully in for a good day, because if that light continues, we should be able to get some nice images. And as the Beatles once famously said, all you need is light. I think that's what they said, isn't it? I decided to stop here and just take advantage of this light. The sun is bouncing into my face. It's at a low angle still. It's still early morning, but it probably won't rise that much above the horizon because it's winter. I'm taking advantage of this situation. You probably see behind me, the sun, the light is hitting the tops of the grasses. There's also some boulders as well, so I've switched to the wider lens, the 35mm, which is working for me at the moment in time. I don't really want to go any wider than that. Well, I can. I've only got a 35 and a 70-200. The thing is, with walking in the Lake District, you don't know what to expect. If you follow my channel, the weather conditions just change. I'm here for the day, but who knows, I might see 4 seasons. So I'm just positioning myself in a best composition as possible, using the grasses, the light, really bringing the exposure down. And you've got the nice fells in the background, which again are illuminated. So again, it's a play of contrast, a play of light, shadows, and light. And that behind me is my first fell of the day, which is Harter Fell in Mardale. And from there I'm going to move myself around Mardale Ill Bell, across to Thornthwaite Crag, head back on High Street and finally onto Kidsty Pike and down back to Haweswater. Good hike today, excellent conditions. If you watched my last video, that was my first outing with the Peak Design catch. It seemed to work. I wanted to still switch between the telephoto and the 35. That's what I've done, hence why I haven't got my backpack on. But the plan is to walk around, try to limit the time I take off my backpack. Probably mainly with a 35mm. I don't know, we will have to see. There is quite a lot of close range options, some nice formed rock formations on this hike. So thinking about it, probably use my 35mm the most. This has to be one of my favourite walks actually, because you've got quite a lot of advantage points, a lot of things to see. You've got various towns, you've got the prominent peaks of York, Froswick, which we'll see as we get to the top of Harter Fell, and from Harter Fell I can look down towards Bleak Water. I just can't get in the habit of not putting the bag down. I've had to do it because this scene here, which caught my attention, needed a longer lens. Basically a shot of a fence leading line at an angle, shooting into the light. Try it. adds a lot of atmosphere and ambience, and it's just different. But yeah, so I got my 35mm clicked in, but not quite there. It don't cover all bases, let's put it one way. Ideally what I do need is a lens with a good range. There is an RF 24 to 200, that'd be nice. But there is an alternative as well. I've recently bought an R10 which I'm filming you on. It's basically a similar camera to the M50 which I used to have as well. The reason I got it was to do the videos and second camera, but not only that, it's a smaller camera, gives me the option when I do my urban street stuff as well. But yeah, with that camera came the RF to EF mount. Now, as you may know if you follow my channel, I used to shoot with EF lenses. I had the 24-100, 16 at 35 centimeters, 200, sold all that. However, now that I've got the mount, I could start looking at a second-hand lens option, something I've not done. I have made my first purchase, and you may have seen it. I've got myself a cheap nifty 50 from MPB, which you've probably heard of. I'm not sponsored, by the way, that's for all the big wigs, is that? I don't get enough views. Anyway, yeah, so second-hand lens from MPB, cracking little lens. I think I paid about, I paid about 60 quid or something, ridiculous. Excellent condition. So I've been looking at some EF options, so that may be the way to go. Anyway, I'm at a place where I've been 2 or 3 times. I'm always stop at this place because it's got some really nice looking rock formations leading on to Haweswater in the background. The light is just gone, the sun just dips behind a cloud, but I managed to get the shots of some of these crags here when the light was out. I'm not even at Harter Fell yet, but I can see it there. We're nearly there. I put record on, but I'm lost for words. I'm not sure what to say actually. Usually I've got a sentence in my head and then I say it. Usually I know what I'm going to say, then I press the record button and then I say it, but I don't know. This is close to utopia, a bit extreme maybe, but this is absolutely wonderful. This is Wonderland. You've got a lovely dusting of frost on the ground. You've got shrouded, low-lying cloud. I say shrouded, it's just putting a nice veil over the sun. You've got sun beaming down to the left-hand side of me. It's cool, it's nice and still. Peaceful. A couple of chaps are just walked past, basically laughing and saying what an absolutely gorgeous day it is. Just lifting the spirits, the conditions, and the company on the top of Harter Fell. I was just struck by my first scenes when I just witnessed the frost on the ground, and how it contrasts against the different colours, the blues, the yellows. I'm looking to my right, I can see blue waters. I've taken a shot of that. You've got a nice bit of hill fog just creeping in. I'll show you the gallery at the end, but one thing is I'm not going to rush around getting anxious over finding a shot because I believe I've already got some anyway. I'm just going to enjoy this moment. I repeat myself, I do that a lot in this channel, but it's all about positivity. for me. Work hard, enjoy your own time, and when I'm in places like this, in conditions like this, I can't ask for much more. The day that keeps giving. I've made my way over to the other side, past the shelter, down towards the top of Mardale, past the shelter, up Mardale Ill Bell. Oh, the mood, the ambience. Behind me, I see Froswick and York and Ill Bell. Lovely shapes, and I found a nice little pool of water, frozen. Moodsville. Really brought the exposure down. It's probably going to be a panorama shot. Yeah, very nice. We're still momentarily cloaked in a fine fog, I'd say hill mist, hill fog. But visibility is still pretty good, but it's just allowing that, it's just introducing that, or bringing that shroudness to the landscape, adding that mystery. Exactly what I want. Slightly chilly, bit of a breeze, but still an excellent day. So I'm going to make my way to the next fell, then High Street, Kidsty Pike. Let the fun continue. So the last of the weather I saw coming in from the west was when I was at High Street. Since then, the further I've headed east, it's turned quite flat actually, so no real opportunities with regards to photography. You may be able to see behind me, there is a bit of light going on there, but it's certainly not heading this direction. It's close to sunset. It's about half an hour before sunset. I'm at my final fell of the day, which is Kidsty Pike. It's a shame really there's no light, because this is one of my favourite fells. How many favourite fells have I got? I keep saying that, I'm sure, but no. From here, some lovely views. Really is rugged. But yeah, not to worry. I'm just glad I took opportunities, but more importantly, I'm glad I was here at that moment. Harter Fell, yeah, what a moment that was. And it's times like these which I look back on, and I'm sure you're the same. You may come away with no decent images, but just enjoy that moment. So, there you go. Another day done. A decent session indeed. 5 Wainwrights done. Whew. Right, here's the final gallery of the day. Take care of yourself. Keep smiling.
Take a train ride just to see you. Ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you, 'cause you're my home away.